Good morning. It is a lovely morning here, but it's going to get hot. So I thought I'd share my front flower bed and my side flower bed quick before I get dirty. And yep, you get to see my shadow today. Sorry. Sun's just coming up. So this is my front flower bed here. As you can see, I have bee balm. I have two different colors of bee balm. They were both proven winners. I can't remember the names right off the top of my head. Then I have my Spinderella hibiscus. That's not blooming yet. I have Japanese irises that I actually dug out of my old garden. They're yellow and they are very pretty. And they are done for the season. Right here, what is it? Well, we'll come back to that. It's a butterfly bush. Let's see if I can remember the name. We have some penstemon on both sides of the bench there. I do have pillows for the bench. It just keeps getting windy and blowing them off. And I know the things that I put in the wintertime, I just kind of put holes in and tie strap them down, but I haven't done that with these. I don't want to wreck them. In these pots, I have some petunias that I started from seed, the cosmic cherry, and I'll show you a really good example of those. But some of the apricota, little cosmos, they're just, as you can see, the blooms are going to come here soon. And that is repeated on this side. They're just starting. So I thought that would be a nice contrast. And I love my penstemon. Can't tell you what kind it is, just picked it up at Tyson's. Oh, this is Pugster. That's what it is. Pugster butterfly bush from Proven Winners. Spinderella here is from Proven Winners too. You'll see the show she's going to put on soon. I did some dwarf spruces here. The little spruces, love them. This I just picked up at Tyson's last year too. And it's Speedwell. I love the contrasting the pink and the purple. It's really great. Love it. So over here we have more. These are the Capriola cosmos and they're just starting to open. If anybody watches Anya, the garden fairy, she did just a container of white cosmos. Oh, Daisy's coming to see us. Hi, Daisy. Hi, Mox. And it was just so peaceful and graceful. So that's what I'm doing with my containers. Yep. The ones you can see at least. This is the Rubenza cosmos, and they're just starting to open. When I go back here, this is more just what I needed and had to put in back here, because nobody really sees it. The first year I did it all the same, Impatiens and Coleus, and it was gorgeous, not gonna lie. But this year I have some of the burgundy grasses. This is honeywort, and it does have pretty blooms. I just didn't know it was going to be a trailer like that. And then I threw some other little stuff. Here is Peach Screamer Nicotiana, and it's starting to open. I don't know. Why is it Floret Farms makes things look so much better than what it turns out for me? And in these back ones, I just have celosia. Different types of celosia that I will be cutting and drying. Let's see. Oh, this is a pretty one. Oh, I like this orange. Yeah. And the red back here is starting. And like I said, I use this for dried flowers. I mean, I can use it in arrangements, but I dry a lot of it. And there's a purple. Ooh. And I have a lot of this out in the garden too. So that's what's going on back here. All right, another penstemon. we got this Generac generator last year, and it was for our 25th wedding anniversary, so we actually had to wait a year for it. And I told him I wanted it back on the side of the house there, so it was kind of hidden. I came home from work and there it sat. It's all right. This Penstemon will get big enough. So then I have my little bushes there, and this may not be good. The clematis wants to be part of the generator. It's probably warm. Oh boy. They'd have my butt there, wouldn't they? Sorry. So this clematis actually was just a baby, a volunteer in back in my middle flower bed, and I moved it out here. So I really don't know what you could call it, because I'm guessing it looks like a cross between the Nellie Mosier and the lavender that I have. So that's it. And the little boxwoods, they were on clearance at Tyson's too. And they've done good up here, which is unusual. Usually boxwoods aren't that great for me. Back here I have 2 fluffy arbs that are struggling. And the reason they struggle is because we're in a moderate drought. It hasn't been the best conditions for my poor little trees to grow. I water them when I can. So up here I have the American Dawn Rose. This is year number 3 for it. So it's doing good. We're almost to the top. And I have Billion Dollar Baby Delphinium. That's a proven winners too. When I first made this flower bed a couple years ago after the fire, so this is the 3rd year for the flower bed. Yeah, I just proven winners. I spent a lot of money and I had them ship it here because I had so much to do. You know how much compost it takes to fill an area like this and mulch? A lot. So I'm really happy with this. Unfortunately, I'm back on my roses. I saw my first Japanese beetle this morning. And another set of cosmos. This is, I think, Pink Sonata. All right, my 2 little plinths and urn here. We've got the burgundy grasses, or it's like a corn grass, and some more of the cosmic cherry. And we'll go around back then. It's gonna get warm today, and I'm in jeans, but I gotta be on my knees a lot again today. So over here at the old house, I had strawberries lining all the back, and I thought they were all dead because that's where the heat of the fire was. It totally destroyed the back of the house. There was nothing left. They came back, and one of the ladies that I know took like 300 of the plants for her church. The rest I just put here. And I thought, oh, it's so full of clay. It's wet all the time. They're not going to get enough sun. Now look at us. Drought. And actually, I'm glad they're here because at least they'll survive. I have had to water them. They don't look the best. I've been picking the heck out of strawberries, though. All right. So then we'll go over here. So, again, I spend a lot of time at Tyson's, obviously. Tyson's is our local farm store. And they've got a very nice little greenhouse. So, these roses are from Tyson's. This one actually was from, I got a couple. That's a Tyson's rose, yeah. And that's yellow. That's gorgeous. I just deadheaded them. So we've been through our first major bloom. We're going to our second now. These back here are from, it's in California. It's a specialty rose place. And that one's a gorgeous rose back there. I didn't think it came back, but it did. It's just lagging a little bit behind this. This one, the smell is incredible. In fact, I'm probably going to cut those blooms off and dry those. In the back here, last year at Tyson's, they had blackberries on clearance. I was like, oh, clearance. They were like $3 a plant, and they were really nice plants. I'm like, yeah, I need those. And this is where I put them, because I didn't have a place to put them. So actually, I think this is a nice backdrop. As you can see, I've been putting them through there. Oh, and then there's a couple of the little canes that I'm having a hard time, but I think I'm going to get Velcro and they have these little stickies. I can wrap it around it and tighten it and then loosen it as need be. I'm going to try those. Anybody has any ideas, let me know. More Penstemon, some beautiful pink salvia. I love it. And the little plants that start here, I'm moving them all down in there. Again, now look at this one. That is that Cosmic Cherry. That is gorgeous. I started those from seed. It came from Baker Creek. I'm going to plant a bunch of them next year. It's going to be like the centerpiece. More roses. More roses. I got a couple roses from Home Depot this spring that have not bloomed yet. This one I saw is getting blooms, and so is that one. And then I have my lilac. And this is the first year it bloomed. So this is year 3 for it. Over here is an endless summer hydrangea. Well, it was. It used to be huge. And then I had to dig it out. Actually, Joey, our dirt guy, dug it out with his excavator. And then we moved it. And then I had to dig it out again because it didn't like the spot. This is what's left of it. I had to cut it up into 5 pieces. It didn't go well, obviously. But I got 2 little ones. It'll get there. It just takes time. And then this mess. This has just been one thing after another. So I planted hostas, and I planted the purple dead nettle, which I knew would only last through spring. But then I figured if I had a row of hostas, it would contrast, the green and white would contrast with the house. And you can see, not going very well. That one's half eaten. This one's disappeared completely. This one, something's chewing on that, and there's one single leaf. So this I put in the first year. This one's done good. That one down there has not. But of course that one's getting run over by the hose all the time. So that's about it. I have my coleus here. Got a nice little sitting area. And the coleus I started from seed too. So that is the front and the side. And probably next week I will do full garden. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.